What's your favourite position?
My favourite position is off the left. But then it does change throughout.
I know, because I've heard you say you was happy playing up front, and but you like left.
It also just depends who you're playing with, how consistently other people play in the positions that you receive the ball from as well. So it's difficult to like pin down one position. But honestly, I've been like this since a kid. It's been hard for me to like. It's because I used to love the right wing when I was younger, but then I learned as I got like maybe to 13, 14. Drifting inside, because I'm always controlling the ball on my left. When I'm coming in off the right hand side and now you're controlling off your right, it's more different when I'm trying to accelerate. So it's more natural for me to control on my left and accelerate with my right foot. I can do it more swiftly in one movement. So then I've moved over to the left, and then I love playing on the left, but then you miss scoring goals. And then when you are in the middle, you miss touching the ball. So it's just like, you need that, like for me, when I'm at my best, I'm having that freedom to exploit the back line. For me, from the left is the easiest position for me to do the rotation, because on the left I find it more natural to play off the centre half shoulders and the full back shoulders than I do on the right. But it's all just, it depends game to game.
Well, football's never...
It's never the same.
Rashford and Fermín López are simply just great, and they have been performing exceptionally at FC Barcelona. The reason why I want to talk about these two players is because 2 years ago, we were not even talking about Marcus Rashford joining FC Barcelona at all. The whole conversation was about, okay, let's sign Luis Diaz, Nico Williams, or Rafael Leao, but never once have we considered Marcus Rashford. And now we sit here today with Marcus Rashford as one of the most important attacking players under Hansi Flick's Barcelona. As a matter of fact, we looked so stupid back then, and I'm even gonna call myself out, but we looked so stupid back then to believe that Nico Williams was gonna join FC Barcelona and perform better than Marcus Rashford. That was our projections, because you look at Nico Williams today with Athletic Club and you compare his performance with Marcus Rashford, there is no competition. Rashford is the superior player today. And then with Fermín Lopez 2 years ago was not even thought of, and we always asked, okay, who's gonna be our next 10? Who is going to be our next 8? And we also debated, is Fermín Lopez even good for FC Barcelona? Like, when he plays, does he give us the correct materials to work with? Many had pushbacks on Fermín Lopez, and they said that, oh, he's not a Pedri type of player or a Olmo or Musiala type of player. He's just too static. He gives no creativity, etc., etc. And now, once again, we sit here today with Fermín Lopez as our true number 10 over Daniel Olmo, who we paid 65 million euros for, currently over Gavi only because he's injured, and then you have Dro. But that one makes sense because he's only 17 years old. But Fermín Lopez is the number 1, and I expect Fermín Lopez to be starting as our number 10 between Yamal and Rafinha or Marcus Rashford against Real Madrid. I'm also going to be bold enough to say that Marcus Rashford should be starting for us against Real Madrid as well. This is going to be a conversation that we're going to be talking about within a couple of days for the pre-match preview between Real Madrid and FC Barcelona. But let's focus on Rashford just for a second, right? Because Marcus Rashford joined Barcelona on a season-long loan back in July after having 2 very underwhelming years under Erik Ten Hag and Ruben Amorim. Rashford came to Barcelona with a sense of trying to do better, looking for his ultimate form, trying to touch his ceiling. And one of the great things that Hansi Flick loves to do with his players is he knows how to get the best out of every player. He knows how to maximize them. And when Marcus Rashford was being talked about by Deco, Hansi Flick said, look, since you are referencing his name, out of all wingers that we have discussed, I want Rashford. I want to call him up. He is the one that can bring me the pace, the great movements. He has great directness, and he's ideal because he's vertical and he can have that high pressing approach, which is what we see today. So currently in La Liga, he has had 9 appearances. 6 of them he has been a starter, and 3 of them he has been a sub, playing a total of 555 minutes, scoring 4 goals and providing 1 assist, having 5 total goal contributions, averaging 0.81 goal contributions per 90 minutes, also averaging 3.4 shots per 90 minutes and 1.8 key passes per 90 minutes. Then you look at the Champions League, where he has been exceptional. 3 appearances, 3 starts, 243 minutes, 4 goals, 1 assist, and again, 5 goal contributions, averaging 1.85 goal contributions per 90 minutes, 4.4 shots per 90, and 2.1 key passes per 90 minutes. All in all, he has had 12 appearances, scoring 8 goals and 2 assists in 10 matches. He has been very lethal. Let's remember, last season with Manchester United, he had 25 appearances and only scored 6 goals and provided 3 assists. He's about to match his assist numbers and has already surpassed his goal numbers. And Rashford's goal involvement has more than doubled at Barcelona. You compare it to 1.13 versus 0.50, which is what he had at United. His shot volume, his key passes, his take-ons per 90 has all been significantly higher. The reason why Rashford has been thriving under Hansi Flick is because of the great tactical fit. We function in a 4-2-3-1 system that does become in some way into a 2-4-4 in possession when we are building up, and Marcus Rashford operates mainly on the left side and he likes to drift inside a lot. He has a lot of freedom to attack those open spaces and interchange with Lamine Yamal and Fermín López or whoever's on top, and sometimes he does get placed as a striker where he does also really know how to move inside the box. Then you also add in the fact that he has the confidence and a great environment around him, something that he could not get at United. Rashford is surrounded by a lot of great teammates, intelligent teammates like Pedri, Yamal, Fermín, Balde, players who supply better service and movement compared to his time at United, and that is why Araujo described him as a player who was very happy and confident again. And we can see that through his body language, by the way. And the communication is very clear, which is my last point and why I believe that he's thriving under Flick. Flick made the instructions very simple for him. Be direct, attack the defenders, and don't overthink. Like, make it very simple. You look at Rashford's 2 goals against Olympiacos. It was very simple. He just received the ball and shot the ball to the same spot 2 times and it went in. You don't need to overcomplicate anything. And after the match against Olympiacos, this is what Rashford said. This is a very good team to enjoy your football in. I'm pleased with the performance, especially in the second half. I prefer to play on the wing, but I don't care. I just want to help, which is really good because we know, and I don't know if you guys have seen the interview that Rashford had before he was about to start the season with Barcelona. He was explaining to the interviewers that he does prefer to play on the left wing because he gets to see the ball much more. He gets to take on players. It's a lot more fun. But after a few months with Hansi Flick trying to understand what this Barcelona team needs today, Rashford knows that they need a number 9 more than anything else, and that is why he has been able to supply that type of help. And at this rate and with this type of trajectory, if he continues with this, he can easily end this season with more than 15 goals and more than 10 assists, meaning that maybe a potential deal could be made down the line, like at the end of the season, where Rashford and Barcelona can continue this relationship and Barcelona may have to pull the trigger of 30 million euros. And for a winger who brings more than 30 goal contributions per season, for 30 million euros, that is a bargain of a price. And now let's move on towards Fermín López, because Fermín López had a historic hat-trick against Olympiacos at the age of 22 years old, still very young for a number 10, somebody who can still peak at the age of 28 or 29. Scored 3 goals, which makes him the first Spanish player to ever score a UCL hat-trick for FC Barcelona. And with that, he also had 4 shots. All of them were on target. 50 out of 58 passes were completed, 3 out of 5 successful dribbles, an average 0.70 expected goals and 3.24 expected goals on target in the match, having a rating of 10 out of 10. Every single app and every single news outlet rated Fermín López a 10 out of 10, which is something that you barely even see. He dominated the midfield. Every time he did lose the ball, he also tried to press very hard and extremely fast, and most of the time he was successful. So he's very responsible within his role. You combine that with him taking those shots from outside the box or inside the box, it makes him very clinical. Flick also had his reaction to Fermín López's performance against Olympiacos, and this is what Flick said. He scores, he runs, he's very complete. His performance was sensational, dynamic, and full of confidence. This should give us momentum before El Clásico. So it's kind of crazy to even think about that, right? The fact that Barcelona paid 65 million euros for a 4th choice central attacking midfielder. Yes, I'm talking about Dani Olmo, because now Fermín López is number 1. Second choice is Gavi. 3 for me is Dro, and then 4th is Olmo, only because every time Olmo's on the pitch, he doesn't supply a single thing. And I'm not trying to shame him. I'm not trying to talk any like smack about Dani Olmo at all, but it is what it is. Like, Dro at the age of 17 years old provided an assist, something that Olmo has not done in a very long time. So I'm liking overall like this link up, the fact that we can count on Fermín and Rashford together. They combined beautifully, and I expect them to both start against Real Madrid, and they constantly find each other in tight spaces. Their chemistry gave Barcelona that attacking unpredictability that we were missing. When you combine Fermín López's timing of runs paired with Marcus Rashford's diagonal movements and quick combinations, we get a very deadly FC Barcelona. There were also many Spanish outlets saying that this is a duel of excellence. Anything you can do, I can do better type of personality. But that is it, right? Like, let me know in the comment sections down below, what do you think about the rise of Marcus Rashford and Fermín López? Because this is only good news for Barcelona, only good news for Hansi Flick, and I think that, you know, the future is bright. And when I mean the future, I mean like for the remainder of this season. We'll see what type of things Barcelona can get done. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.